Hey guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today we are back into r/confidently incorrect. I love this subreddit. We've only been on it once so far, and I've been waiting to get back into town just to dive into it because last time was a blast. It is so goofy to see how confidently incorrect people can be. And real quick, I wanted to say Happy New Year's or Chúc mừng năm mới to all my, yellow fellows out there. If you know, you know. And then also, thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting. If you are new to my channel and you like my video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, and comment section down below. I am so glad to be back and making new content for you guys. So let's get into this. r/confidently incorrect here. All right. He needs to brush up on his history is the title of this one. Oh God, I might be bad at this because I'm not the best history person, but I do love studying it. So, all right. Ever seen a Hispanic dress as a cowboy? It's like seeing a Jew dress like a Nazi. Wait, aren't like Hispanics some of the first cowboys? Or am I tripping? I mean, we'll see. You obviously have no clue about Hispanic heritage, history, and where cowboys come from. They were the first cowboys. Hey, I actually got one right. Yeah, I remember this. How do I remember this? Was this from Red Dead Redemption? I don't remember how I know this, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, like South American and Mexican culture is literally cowboys. Yeah, so there we go. Yes, the first cowboys in North America were Hispanics, men's known as Fisk. Yeah, and it is from Red Dead Redemption 1. I remember that's how I found out. Not the smartest one, but sometimes I game, and so it teaches me. All right, wow, 16,000 likes on a post is insane to think about. All right, let's read the comments. As if the iconic term buckaroo didn't come from Americans' mispronunciation of the Spanish word vaquero. I think that's how you say it, but that I actually didn't know that. That's a fun fact. Buckaroo came from that. Interesting. You learn something new every day, gang. If he had said Native Americans dressing like cowboys, he might have had a point. But yeah, the first cowboys were vaqueros. I'm totally butchering that probably. Originating in the 1500s, long before the U.S. was even settled. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad to know that I'm not the dumbest, but I'm not the smartest either. So here we are. I'm probably going to get some of these wrong too, so we'll see. All right, so we're on to another one. This one says, bacteria don't exist, question mark. Raw is law because bacteria do not exist. That is insane. Bacteria, readers might added context that they thought people might want to know. Bacteria make cheese, converting milk through fermentation. Okay, so yeah, although some bacteria is good, like the ones that create cheese, because cheese is, holy as fuck, and I love that. This guy is gonna get sick. Whoever posted this thinking bacteria don't exist is crazy. Have you ever seen mold, good sir? Just eat mold and you'll figure out if it exists or not. Tell that to the little effers that are currently rampaging in my sinuses. Yeah, seriously. Leaving aside the extremely well-established disease vector thing, raw meat just isn't very good. Like, we seared steaks for literally tens of thousands of years before we had microscopes because they're tastier that way. The part where, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, crazy. Did this person actually eat this raw? Because now I'm concerned for them. Because they said raw is law. Eating raw meat is an insane concept, and I'm allowed to say that because I have eaten raw meat before. I've eaten tartars, or I think that's how you say it. And then also I've eaten like raw Kobe beef, and it wasn't great. It's kind of insane to me that people like love that so much. It was fine, but it's not good. I do like my steaks like medium rare, sometimes rare, but it's got to have some type of cooking or else it just doesn't taste good. I don't know. That's just in my opinion. Yeah. Crazy statement. Bacteria do not exist. Get out of here. This dude needs to go back to like basic level biology and chemistry. I don't know. Is it biology or chemistry that we learn about bacteria? I think chemistry, right? No, biology. Yeah. That's how stupid I am. I don't even remember school. That's just the English spelling is this one. All right. So we're on r/map corn. Latin America's largest trading partners, 2000 versus blank. Okay. So someone posted on this thread here. Welp, the big blue spot at the top of South America is Colombia. Okay. Thanks to Trump, they'll decide that China is a more stable trading partner. And then they corrected them saying Colombia. Yeah, so this first person used Colombia like the place in North America, like the city, Colombia, and Colombia with the O is the country. And I only know that because I like Googled it recently. So I'm not smart enough to straight up read this and be like, oh, like 100%. Like I had to think about this one, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I'm pretty dumb too, but let's read this. Oh, they're so confident. This person's so confident on being wrong. They said that's just the English spelling. Do you get all technical when people call Deutschland Germany, or Italia Italy, or Denmark? However, how about Brasilia Brazil? Now, all of these are correct between English and like native. However, Colombia is not one of those. Only Americans are this confident about being wrong. I love how it's all these downvotes. Colombia is both the English and Spanish spelling of the country. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, it's one thing to be wrong, but it's another thing to be this like confident and combative on this. And dude, I watched this video recently. Man, I don't know why. This is going to be a tangent. I watched this video on this guy who was talking to a NY police officer about his turban, because he's got a turban on that says NYPD, which is super sick. And he was like, I've never seen that before. And then this other guy's like, that's not a turban. That's not a turban. This random white guy. And he's like, brother, that's a turban. What do you think it is? And he's like, search it up. And then he asked the police officer, he's like, what are you wearing, dude? Is that a turban? And the police officer's like chuckling. He's like, yeah, it's a turban. And everyone's busting out dying, because it's funny how the random person just standing there, the like bystander, always has something to say. And I'm not saying it's always white people, but sometimes it's white people. It's just goofy to me, because like people, not just white people, but everyone just loves butting into shit. It's so funny because they want to just, be combative and be right. All right, day and night would have to change places every 6 months. Okay, so this post says day and night would have to change places every 6 months. And someone says science teaches us that we rotate around the sun every 365 days. Let's keep in mind, people, that the North Star Polaris is always in the exact same spot 365 days a year. And as mentioned below, the constellations are always about the very same constellations every night at the same time in the same positions. Year after year, night after night, millennium after millennium, no. The Earth is not corkscrewing and flying through space, spinning around. It is immovable according to scripture and the post prior to this one. Remove yourself from the religion called scientism. What? That you don't realize you're following Christian. What are you fucking on? Wait, so this guy doesn't... Wait. This guy doesn't believe that the Earth is moving? Nor corkscrewing. Wait, are you sure? Are you sure you're this stupid? What? So here, then we do here. What? If you don't understand that we would see 100 different % of stars here than we do here, that's not how Earth and science work, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't want to get technical because I'm not a fucking scientist, but that's a pretty silly thing to say. Illustration not drawn to scale. I feel like calling flat Earth theorists confidently incorrect is just cheating. But I'm going to take this opportunity to share one of my favorite flat Earth theories. Okay, we're not going to watch that. Lol, we do see different stars. They are the zodiac constellations, and regarding day and night, it's the difference between sidereal day and solar day. Sorry, I'm not sure everyone knows that. I just feel compelled to debunk that claim once again. Crazy. I'm not smart enough to really dive deep into this one, but I'm smart enough to say this guy's a dumbass. Oh, this one has a lot of upvotes. We got 9.7. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get into this. The water is not afraid of the feathers. All right. This dude was being 100% serious. Duck feathers and their hydrophobic properties. Okay. So this is duck feathers. Phobic is the wrong word. They are repellent of water. The water is not afraid of the feathers. Society has screwed up the definition of phobic and phobia. Okay, let's read the comments. I'm curious before I chime in on this. And it all started with the word homophobic. Is that when you put a gay person underwater and they come out completely dry? Pretty sure that's hydroplaning. That's hilarious. It's an honor to have the arbiter of the English language respond to the post. This makes me so mad. I reflexively downvoted for the sheer stupidity of it before realizing where I was. Well done. confidently correct that the water is not afraid of the feathers. The feathers, being hydrophobic, are afraid of the water. Yeah, that's it. That's English is a weird language. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. I get people get confused sometimes. All right, here we go. You don't need to have much dinosaur, fossil, or paleontology knowledge to cringe at people like this. All right, so we're on a Facebook post, and we got dinosaur fossils here, and it says Natural History Museum in Los Angeles. And then someone comments, these shits are fake, made in China. They're manufactured out of chicken bones. I said kitchen. Chicken bones and other animal bones. That's the material they use, and they make this stuff. It's not real at all. Brother, what? Also, how would they do that? That would be very impressive, nonetheless, if they did do that. This is on some crazy conspiracy theory stuff. That's like saying like archaeology is just not a real job. People don't actually, and I've met an archaeologist. She takes her job very seriously. They do find fossils and stuff. Like, it's kind of insane. You can clearly see if you actually think that these are not real, and then it becomes more obvious that in fact all the bones are fake. If these bones are fake, which they obviously are, oh, so obvious. How do you know that, dude? Then what bones do you believe are real? Or do you believe, if indeed some bones are real, that they have been there for millions of years, or is that completely fake? They carbon dated a penguin to be millions of years old. They are making assumptions based off of their other assumptions, such as rock layers and how old each layer is. Brother, yeah, these assumptions are like literal scientific, like they're scientists, right, that actually study this shit. And then they like make educated guesses on this. I'm pretty sure I believe that more than some dude on Facebook. Estimating the half-life and decay rate of things that they don't have any understanding of what. To tell people who you've never met that are scientists that they don't understand their jobs is crazy, because you're just a dude on Facebook. Okay, they don't have any understanding of what may have changed between today and when the rock layers were deposited. I mean, it's not science. It is, sir, but okay. It's guesswork at best, and absolute total pseudoscience, and lies at its worst and truest sense. Truth stranger than fiction. What the fuck are you on? Also, to just say this, like you're on a Facebook post and you just decided, oh yeah, let me just drop this knowledge on everyone, that you have nothing better to do with your life. But on top of that, brother, what the fuck are you on? Do you think that this isn't a real job for ages and of time? I mean, there's stuff that we're discovering every day. Even if this is fake, that's a pretty impressive fake. I'm really curious on what this guy believes. These are just the same talking points that evolutionary deniers had 30 years ago. LMAO, that's goofy. So, ... I am a geologist and literally did not understand anything of the explanation. Normal sense, he mashed words on a keyboard to look intelligent. Yeah, this whole thing with the half-life and decaying, like, how do you know what the half-life and decaying of these bones are then? Like, sir, if you're saying that these people are making assumptions based on their just scientific beliefs, aren't you doing the exact same thing, assuming that it's not real? Like, what are you on, bro? You're just cooking yourself at this point. Yeah, we move on. I love how stupid people are. Honestly, like, I hope that there are still stupid people out there, because this stuff is just so funny and entertaining. As long as you're not harming anyone, like in that way, then we're good. Oh my God, this one has 115K upvotes. We got to read this one, guys. All right, 4 days ago, this post says, quote unquote, no nation older than 250 years. Oh God, this one's going to be bad. All right, so someone posted on Facebook. I think this is Facebook. No, it might be Instagram. No. I think this is Threads. There has never been another nation that has existed much beyond 250 years. Not a single one. America's 250th year is 2025. The next 4 years are going to be pretty interesting, considering everything that's already been said. And then someone commented saying, my local pub is older than your country. Dude, this guy needs to go to school. I mean, your grammar is solid, so it's kind of shocking to me that you truly believe that there's no other nation that's lived 250 years. Brother, what about the nation that created our nation? He's never been on a plane before. He's never flown anywhere besides America or even looked at a map, because I'm pretty sure almost all nations are older. Or I'm not going to say almost all, but majority of nations are older than ours. We are relatively new in the grand scheme of things. Like 250 years is 2.5 lifetimes or 3. I'd say 3 lifetimes, because it's like 70 years. So it's crazy to think that you think people didn't create nations past 3 lifetimes ago. Like your great-grandfather. Are you fucking stupid? You are, obviously. All right, let's see the comments. I can't wait to see him cooked. The Byzantine Empire did around a millennium on its own. And if we count it as a continuation of the Roman Empire, it's a couple USA existences more than that. Yeah, for real, dude. Yeah, I forgot. We're not even talking about the empires. America was founded in 1776. The 250th anniversary is next year, not 2025. Why do people keep saying it's 2025? Yeah, y'all. I'm going by the official date, which is 2026. The bicentennial was celebrated loudly in 1976, so the 250th anniversary is 2026. That said, the OOP says, I said OOP, the original post says 250th year, not 250th year anniversary. Admittedly, it's not the same thing. Okay, anyways, we move on. Let's read some other comments. How is it even possible to be that ignorant? I mean, even if you didn't have a good education, even if you are not interested in other cultures, wouldn't you learn through osmosis of popular culture? Yeah, for real. Like, it's almost like trollingly stupid to think that. Oh, brother, this one's going to be a good one. I think this is a conspiracy theorist. All right, Bozo thinks a second plane didn't hit the South Tower. Oh, here we go. I got to be careful with what I say because I don't want to get demonetized. I know how YouTube is with conspiracies. It's kind of funny how there's not a single angle that clearly shows a plane hitting the second tower. And if you say there is, they don't match up at all, like the first one. What? Okay. Moments right at impact. If you watch the second clip, you can clearly see how the plane hit the tower, the actual full footage. Was no second plane. Ask anyone who saw 9/11. Literally anyone who witnesses will say there's a second plane. Okay. Go find one and prove me wrong. I haven't found one yet, but maybe you might. Well, considering my effing family is from New Jersey and they watched the second tower get hit, then I know the second Yeah, it's always crazy to me to see people like reject people who literally are there and witness the event. Goofy ass. I watched that shit happen on live on TV from the staircase of my own home. Yeah, this wasn't that long ago. I mean, I was 4 years old when it happened, so I didn't get to see it, but what an a-hole. I don't know if there was a lot of footage on the first plane, but every person with a video camera had it on the first tower and caught the second one hit. Yeah, I do remember seeing that, and we watched that in fucking history class. Yeah, what a bozo to really like fully die on the hill that there wasn't a second plane. Brother, I'm pretty sure people would see the second plane more than the first, because the first, it happened so suddenly that people then look up and then they see the second. Unless this guy mistaken the second for the first. I don't know. I can understand people having conspiracy theories on like what actually happened in terms of who did it and stuff. But to say that there wasn't an impact like that, that's insane. Anyways, we move on. Oh, God. This one says conspiracy theory. Anne Frank's book was not written by her. Oh, man. Here we go. All right. Someone says Anne Frank. That's literally history. What? She's my favorite author, too. Crazy because her dad wrote most of it. And why was some of it written with a pen which didn't exist at the time? What? Pens weren't existed? What are you on? All right, so Anne Frank's date of birth was 1929, okay? Pens were invented 3200 BC, but but modern pens. Let's break it down to modern pens. Even then, in the 1800s, there was actual like ink pens, right? Let's go on to mass production. 1880s saw the mass productions of fountain pens. So like that is crazy to say that pens weren't invented before Anne Frank. Are you fucking stupid? That's literally not true. Pens were widespread use by the 1900s. Ballpoint pens became in popular use by 1951. She died in 1945. Yeah, ballpoint, but there's so many forms. What the fuck are you stupid? You think ballpoint pens were the start of all pens? Not even counting her dad writing most of it, plus her stepsister saying that the pictures of the holic was fake. Ballpoint pens, steel tip pens were still extremely common. Yeah, it wasn't wrote. Yeah, what do you think these books were wrote on before? You act as if books weren't invented before 1951, that or like letters. Literally every letter that we've seen ever from history. Yeah, it wasn't written in steel tip pen. It was wrote with a ballpoint pen. How the fuck do you know that? Lol, what? Her diary was published before 1951, and if you actually did the research, the ballpoint pen is a myth. LMAO, sure, if you say so. This is a crazy hole because I'm starting to like not know what the fuck's going on. He included the master baton in it though, and who's to say he didn't rewrite it all at all? LMAO. Source: trust me, bro. There's a picture in a ballpoint pen from the diary. You could do your own research. I did and came to the obvious conclusion it's fake. Brother, what the fuck? There's no evidence. Why is there such a... Why are people dying on this hill? Did they know that you could type more than sentence fragments? Or is this toddlers trying to argue for the first time? Yeah, the argument itself was getting crazy. Like every side of it. The sky is red. Elvis shot Kennedy. I have a 10-inch penis. What's next? That's funny. It's not worth arguing with hollow deniers. They're utter scums who have... Yeah, that's another tangent. Anytime I see somebody deny like a tragedy that is literally like embedded in history, not only is it embedded in history, it is embedded in world history. Like you learn about that shit in fucking Vietnam, bro. Like a third world country, you know about that shit. You don't know as much as people in America, of course, because they were involved in the war, but you know about it. So it's crazy to see that there's deniers. It's almost like people who like try to listen to indie music, they're just trying to be different. I swear to God, that shit is so crazy to me. All right, let's find one more good one. 72,000 upvotes. Jesus Christ, what is this one? Someone got their history test handed back face down. That's a good one. All right, someone on, it looks like Twitter/X says, ma'am, Canada didn't even fight in World War II, so maybe sit this one out. What? Didn't Canada fight? I'm pretty sure Canada did fight in World War II. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Canada was like help with supplies and shit, and like also put it in troops and stuff. I don't know too much, but I'm pretty sure I do know that. And it says readers added context they thought people might want to know. Canada joined the World War II war effort September 10th. Yeah, there you go, 1939, and the U.S. joined the war effort in December of 1941. Oh, Canada joined before. I actually didn't know that part. I did know they were involved, but I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy. Because I know it affected both the economies of, like, pretty much most of the economy in North America was affected due trickle down and everything like that as well. I run a small YouTube channel that focuses on World War II naval engagements. It's mostly just my passion, and I animated historical battles in 3D software. Anyways, I can't remember which video it was on, but I remember getting a notification of a new comment on one of my videos. I opened up the app, and the comments said something in the effect of, World War II didn't begin until 1941. That's crazy. Hey, I know all about U.S. entering the war. That was after Ben Affleck and that other guy saved Pearl Harbor from the Chinese. The Netherlands continues to send 20,000 tulips a year to Canada in thanks for their part in liberating Netherlands and hosting the royal family during the war. Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Wow, you learned something new. But yeah, I have family in Canada, and I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm biased because not biased, but like I'm more informed because I have family in there. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like, is that common knowledge? Did you guys know that Canada was in World War One? I mean, World War Two. Because I did know that. I didn't know their involvement specifically, but I did know that. So I don't know. History's a tough one because some people genuinely didn't give a fuck about it. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I was in history class, it wasn't until probably high school that I took history a little bit more serious. And it wasn't until after college that I really retained information, because now as an adult, I actually get to search up things in history that I want to learn, and I find it so much more fascinating than when I was forced to learn it. Because like being forced to learn and read certain things, especially when you're not interested in it, I didn't give a fuck. But now, like when I watched the movie Oppenheimer, I was absorbed in it because I was like, I couldn't fathom the reality that is what it was like back then. So crazy. I think history is pretty cool. Anyways, that was weird. We went on a history tangent, but that was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of r/confidently incorrect. I'm going to continue these. I really love this one because I also learn a lot on these. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even know. So, and I'm not prideful enough to admit that I'm a dumbass. So here we go. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, week, whatever. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.